Hey everybody, welcome back. It's been a couple of days. I've been on super dad duty on this sunny Victoria Day weekend. Not really, it was not theory crafting super auto pets at all. Let's go back to the default expansion pack. I need to get my sea legs back underneath me. Don't get too used to this, by the way, because next time you see me, hopefully I'll be clean shaven. It's on the to-do list for tonight. Give me a pill bug. My, how I've missed you. Freeze a strawberry. It's just worth freezing. Give me another pill bug. I'm gonna give you something a little controversial. Neither of these are that valuable without the other. I think you do it like that. You know, how about an inedible beaver? It's just, you know, I know you can eat the tail. Let's not worry about everything else. I don't really think like a seahorse is that good for us right now, but it's good enough to draw. Much like a piece of paper, if you really think about it. How about you give me a hummingbird, and I'm going to roll. I'm going to keep you frozen. There was a big just in case for me here, which is, do I care about... I think I do care about an iguana, unfortunately. So I think you go iguana, freeze, and of course we need a buff here. We should buff the seahorse. It has the most HP. But then we should also have the pill bug buff the seahorse, but also buff the pill bug. This seems right to me. So coming out of this shop, our seahorse will get 2 HP bonus, and one of our pill bugs will get 1, which is actually, I think it's pretty okay. Now we are going to draw this one. I think it's pretty good. It's a pretty good outcome when you consider we have, you know, 1 bird. Birds really determine, I think, the number of wins you're going to get. So, let's think about this logically speaking. Our more HP-driven pill bug could actually benefit from this. Give me a roll. And, you know, I would say maybe our less HP-driven pill bug could benefit from this. And then we would probably... I think you combine... You get a 6-7 pill bug, which is pretty juicy. And then you add a second seahorse. And the whole theory there... We probably should have saved a shrimp for the seahorses. But come on, this is not ingrained in the muscle memory yet. I'm still working on it, okay? Now that we got 2 seahorses, normally, like in the weekly, for example, that's useless. But right now it's kind of sick because it means we get to do a little chip damage twice with the iguana. While we wait for another level. I do think a bird is kind of like... I would love to, like, the strawberry's nice, but maybe you sell the bird, and then we get 2 damage done to 2 units at the start here. I mean, the reason I'm going to do it is because it's weird, okay? That's the medium is the message, and we'll put 1 iguana here so it gets some HP. I'm going to hit you with one of these, and we don't want to level up this turn anyway. I'm going to hit you with one of those. I know this looks strange. We're going to roll and look for our level. Thank you for reminding me. Salamander can be great, no disputing. And Pillbug is exactly what we want to see as well. So, well, I said end, but really there needed to be a capstone to that sentence, which is that it didn't show up on our first level up, so I say see you later, alligator in a wild crocodile. It's not quite enough, huh? In fact, it's worse than not quite enough. It's not even close. But the double level here can get us back involved, okay? So, how about 1-1? Anteater's just good enough to take. Eel is very cool, and I've heard very legal as well. Let's just put an anteater on the squad. The question is, if you're going to take an eel, how are we going to do this? I don't have an answer for you. But I feel like eel plus cucumber, if we don't have anything else to do, an eel and a cucumber, if we're able to get like some ballast, you know, think about the fact that we got a second, or we got a level 2 pill bug, I should say. A level 2 pill bug is going to do a lot of work for us. In theory, when it comes to, well, never mind. When it comes to leveling up an eel to the point where its HP is actually worth something. Let's get a combine. Let's get an eel. We're not on lethal, so it's not that bad. Let's get one of those. We can't really double up on the cucumbers here. But we could give a cucumber to a pill bug. You might say it's crazy. And maybe you're right. I guess the anteater's probably staying. This is fine. You might say it's kind of crazy to buff a pill bug, but I actually think it's like Not only do I think it's not as bad as people seem to think it is, I think it's a lot better than people seem to think it is. Which is probably, I don't know, I think this might be the sort of thing that many people are saying, allegedly speaking. Maybe? No, not quite. Okay, we're on lethal. That hurts because we were so close. But, please. I'm just going to give you this. Roll me. It's a tough one, man. I do think that we're probably reaching the point where the seahorse and the iguana combo is not what we need. Is it maybe better to have a level 2 anteater before it, like for one round? Maybe yes, maybe no. I mean, I really don't want to sell a 311. First off, because time is not a one-way street. But secondly, selling a 311 to pick up like a 3-3 with upside, it's just the kind of thing. If you lose, you'll be like, maybe I shouldn't be basing all of my decisions around like loss aversion. But if you lose, you're going to be like, why would I ever do that? That was stupid. But if we win, I feel like a dang genius. Okay, so that's 2. Okay, maybe not as smart as I thought I would feel, but there's something. Give me something meritorious here, okay? How about, you could really benefit from some broccoli. That's for darn sure. And you could always benefit from some extra HP. We haven't really improved things too much here. I mean, I really don't want the blobfish to take the extra HP from the pill bug, but we got bigger problems. Our order is more important. As long as the eel gets the HP, I'm okay. I'm not sweating it. I'm chilling. As long as we... Yeah, okay. It's a trade, believe it or not, that I would take. I don't know what's going on with our seahorse here. This seems like... Maybe it seems fine. Maybe it's completely okay. Maybe we won as a result of the seahorse pushing the badger from the back to the 4th position. You still got a strawberry on you. It's just embarrassing. Okay, so, like, this is fine. And then what are you doing? Like, what else is happening here? How are we getting past this? That's the real question. I mean, I think that maybe you sell, you buy a stew, and then you know what? An anteater fits nicely into the squad as is. I could sell a blobfish to pick up something with more, like a more stat-driven unit if I had to, I guess, and we can talk about a carrot. It's just... So, don't get your hopes up. As soon as you see the dream shop, you know you're not living any longer. It's like, in Michael Mann's magnum opus Heat, as soon as Robert De Niro finally decides that he's found something that's worth setting down roots, you know that's the tragedy of the film, is that it's over for him. He's never going to be able to get it because the movie wouldn't make sense. It just wouldn't make sense, okay? We lived, which is a little surprising to me. What a Michael Mann-esque twist there. We'll take a level 2, for sure. And then you gotta start unwinding the whole team. So the blobfish can go first, just because the pill bug's good. And the orca can take some HP. Maybe we'll move you up there. And you know what? Let's give the orca a little buff here. I say the orca could take some HP? That's not what I meant. Well, it is what I meant, but not from the pill bug, which I understand is confusing. By the way, we're dead. By the way, we are smoked. It was not even close. We got, like, the optimal outcome there, and it's still, we only got 3. Okay, that's not optimal, but the way it went down mid-round was optimal. I like it. I like it. I would still like to look for a strawberry given the choice. Honestly, this might be my... I mean, a sour beaver? Come on. This might be my most insane take, but I actually think Cockroach, and you gotta work with me on this one. You gotta meet me halfway. Don't misrepresent this as a bad faith attack. I think Cockroach might be the best tier 1 animal. Now, there is a caveat there, and I clickbaited you, but you're already watching the video, so it's not really clickbait, is it? I don't even know. It's real bait, as Dan would say. Which I guess is just bait, now that I think about it. I think the bird is probably the animal in pack 1 most correlated with your success. The more birds you have early, as long as you get a strawberry, which is very likely, the better off you're going to be. But I think Cockroach is, like, genuinely up there. Like, I think it's like a close second. So the only thing you do is generate a hurt trigger, which we don't really care for, now that I think about it. Like, I'm thinking about it as we speak, and I'm like, why would I want you to... Like, buying you... Sure, we get 4-2, but then without a hurt trigger, you generate nothing. Like, you just take 1 HP from something else, and you give attack to yourself. Or no, you take 1 HP from the unit in front of you and give it to yourself, which is not something that interests me. I'm paying money to stay in the same place. This isn't a hotel. I do feel like broccoli on the cockroaches makes sense because their attack comes up anyway. And I think we should level up. I know it's a little strange, but sure. Believe it or not, I would buy an Okapi. I would take a cheeky Okapi. I don't think the Okapi's that bad, and if you add a capybara to the mix, maybe you can get a hamster later. Like, cruising might be a little bit bullish. That might be a little misrepresentative, but I at least have a plan I can stick to. And even if your plan is not that good, if you're able to stick to it, that might make it better. Now, I do think on this round, we have space, so a salamander is like a good buy. It also benefits nicely from this. We get a little upside on the roll, and can I tell you, you don't even need me to tell you, but I'll tell you, you get a start of battle effect. And probably, I would say, just give me my start of battle effect. This seems to make sense to me. Now, the Okapi now is no longer part of our plan. I know, that lasted all of 5 seconds, but we're doing really well. I'm not sure if you've noticed this, but like everything appears to be going just fine. The Okapi is the new flex position. This is actually... Oh, I mean, admittedly, you make a lot of sense, but hear me out here. You're going to probably go. But first, a seahorse buffs our salamander. Sell the Okapi. I just think you add an anteater in like every circumstance. I would be content to sell the seahorse, honestly, and say thank you for the anteater you gave me. We have no start of battles. You're just a good unit, though. I'll leave you around just in case. We have no start of battles. Roll me one more time. A pill bug. Interesting. It's a very interesting thing, this pill bug. I would say sell me. Freeze the pill bug. Roll once. We have a start of battle. It's very interesting, the start of battles. I would say why not? And then unfreeze me. I'm not saying you're not going to be good. I'm not sure I see it right now. So the pill bug getting to level 3 is not super relevant, but because you're only 2 away, it seems like why not take a chance on it? And I feel good. I feel like we're right where we need to be on the power curve to have a good time. There's got to be like a... Oh, you piece. That's ant luck. I know you have to take the time to go back and digest that. Like, go look at how it played out. I promise you that was ant luck, okay? So I do, and I refuse to apologize, I do put a lot of faith in the salamander. At this point, I'm kind of over the cockroach, I would say. It doesn't need to go to level 3. We do have a start of battle. So let's take advantage of that. And you're about to get a bunch of HP, so I'm not really stressing the cucumber. Ooh, you're about to level up. Holy cow. I don't think we need a cucumber, honestly. I think we just need a lollipop. It'll be faster, and it'll cost like the same amount of gold. I'm alive. Don't hit the other ant. That's all I ask. The only thing you got to do is not hit the other ant, and we might not win, but we stand a chance. We stand a chance to draw. I can live with that. That's not a problem for me. So we're at 4. You might think we stalled. I think we just got started, honestly. So, like, this is a nice buy, and a nice buy, and a nice sell, and honestly, a nice buy, and then honestly, a nice sell. And we're still looking for a lollipop, but this is a nice buy. Now, people will tell you don't need a 413 cockroach as ballast. As soon as I see a 413 unit with upside show up elsewhere in the shop, you'll be the first person that I talk to and say, there it is. The legends are true. Until that situation comes to pass, I'm going to choose not to worry about it so much. That was a great team. They're level 3 otter, great stat buffs, and we very nearly were in it there. I know how that sounds, but... So I probably would sell the Cockroach first, to be honest, but we need to get something that makes it worthwhile. Like, that makes some sense. You might as well come out here, but we're really looking for a Lollipop. You guys are start of battle. Actually, you're start of battle. So forget, well, do you forget these guys? I don't know. Maybe we keep one, look for a Lollipop, no Lollipop. Roll me. I'll freeze you, and I'll sell you. And then, when you're going up against pack 1, you really want, like, something like this. I think. Because usually in pack 1, people put their strongest units at the front, and the back is just like a monkey. It's a scaler. They have a deer at the back. It's a new world. It's a meta that I'm honestly... Not only am I not sure the world is not ready for this, I don't know if I'm ready for it, quite frankly. Pass that back a little bit. I'm going to draw. I can't help but feel like we were a little ripped off there. We're stalling. I'm officially pulling the ripcord. There's a little stall happening here. Buy me. You do nothing. Sell me. If you hit a hawk, you hit a hawk. So be it. Roll me. No. Buy me. We have no start of battles. Honestly, just get out of here. I hate you. And you're gonna max out. I know that's a controversial statement right now. You're gonna max out. Give me a... I'd rather have a carrot than have a panda right now. Now, this team is weird. I've made it weird. Don't get me wrong. Okay, I like this hippo chili pepper. It's an interesting, it's a novel strategy. It's going to blow me out. It's cool. I want to be invited to your birthday party. Clearly, you got some good strategy there. Okay. Now, let's figure this out, okay? I think you do go for it. Because what else is there in this life but to go for it? You're a start of battle. No, you're an end turn. I mean, honestly, if there was ever a time to make this work... yeah, I see it, I see it. If there was ever a time to make it work, maybe now's the time. But why would you do that when instead you could have a fox? It doesn't have a start of battle, but, like, it's going to steal something worth something for you. Like, mathematically, yeah, okay. I don't know, man. I honestly, if we go out on round 10, I'm going to feel like this is the greatest what if. Like, Marvel's going to make a TV show about it. What if I didn't get bodied in this situation? Holy cow, their boar is going to be this... I don't see a mathematical path forward for us. It's the strongest unit I've ever seen. It's the strongest unit that's ever existed. Even if we killed the boar, we weren't getting past the dragon with our fox. That's embarrassing. We had, like, a good run, and it all fell apart. Okay, but we know we love this. I would just say roll, because we really want to see a strawberry. And then if you got to, then sure, give me a pill bug, and give me an iguana. And who gets the support? I mean, I guess I'd rather... Right, next round. Be a glamorous chunk. Why not? Sometimes. It was my anniversary yesterday. We clean up nice sometimes. That's just something you say. You don't have to mean it. I'll take my draw. Because, you know, strawberry build, it pops off like round 2 through 15. Round 1 is not its strong suit. We definitely just, like, buy this. Unless, I was just going to say, unless we see another bird. In which case, we buy that. And you'll take a buff. There you go. Okay, so the seahorse... Look, I'm not going to buy a seahorse to enable our iguana. I think it is the dream scenario to have. Like, if you want your iguana to be as good as possible, you need a seahorse. We're going to win. Okay. But I don't want my iguana to be as good as possible. I just wanted to soak up strawberry buffs until something more relevant comes along. So, you should get out of here. Straight up just say, roll me. Beautiful, because we do want to see a level. I think a capybara is fine. That's a nice roll. I was just about to say into a sweet pivot, because this buffs the iguana. And then you can put another pill bug out there for a minute. Now, this is not the way, like, in theory that you would want to set this up. Because, like, you want your strongest units to be at the front. But I like to keep my pill bugs, like... Basically, I'm admitting to you that I'm dumb. If you tell me, like, move your pill bugs on even-numbered turns so that they're at the back and then move them to the front, you know, in front of the units that you want to have buffs on odd-numbered turns, it's never going to happen. Now, I will say, I think pill bugs maybe benefit the most from a level on an even numbered round so that on the odd numbered round, when they pop, you actually get the effects. So I do like this, I do like this, and I'd say roll me. It's tough, you know. 2 gold for a 1/2 buff, 3 stat points. I'd say not bad. And I would say this is a juicy opportunity for another roll. I'm not, I mean, maybe I am taking a 4/4 seahorse now that I think about it. Or maybe I'm taking a 7/3 puppy just because it's a 7/3. And then our bird is getting the 2 HP. We're doing great right now. Like, this team doesn't look that impressive on paper, but the stats are really good. Not to say we can't lose, but the stats are really good. Also, your bees mean nothing. The goggles, they do nothing. And the bees, they mean nothing. And your ox means nothing as well, by the way. But we need to figure out a path through this. Because we're doing the stuff we need to do right now. But times can get harder over time. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, one of these. And we're focusing strawberries. It's a bit strange. It's not a typical position here, but you know what? It sets us up nice for levels in the future, maybe. I guess having a level 2 iguana is better than having a level 2 capybara, in case things do get summoned. I think we're okay. But this is like where we were last time, and then we were like, we crested, we crossed the power curve, and then we came on the downslope. So we got to keep the pressure up. How long? Okay, it's only 21 minutes. I had there was a time dilation effect. I feel like I've been recording this video for like an hour and a half. You're not really like the strawberry baby that I'm looking for. You lack commitment to sparkle motion right now. The Puffins, that is. And we're kind of like, I'd almost say we're strawberry adjacent, you know? We don't really want to level right now, but we do get a benefit from leveling this. And could we sell a... You probably sell a pill bug, right? Like it's a 6/5 versus an 8/4. The 8/4 gives us a little upside as well. Because I think a hawk is worth rolling. And as long as we're playing against pack 1, I'm going to try to shoot the front unit. I guess you're a level as well. Holy cow. Now I'm like, okay, honestly, we should buy the pug. Donkey. Friend faints, push last enemy to the front. It does seem interesting, but I kind of like what we got going on now. I think we'd want our hawk to be level 2. And we're not really on like a strawberry build anymore. We're kind of on like a snipe build. But I don't even know if snipe build is like a real thing. I think it just like... A snipe build is just something you do because the units are good, not because there's a unifying synergy, but maybe that's what we need. I don't know. We're at 5 wins. It's round 7. That's amazing. Level me. Okay, so now we got a super rolly build. I don't know how to play this. You would sell a bird, and we're saying like the bird... The iguana maybe stays, but the bird no. So on roll, you gain a gold. I guess we're keeping you. Maybe you can supercharge our like future levels. I'm going to buy a capybara just because it's strong. And now the units are getting spat out here as like +4, +2. I have to think, quite honestly. Like, I do. I don't know, really, what to do. I'm rolling again because we can. None of you are that meaningful for us. Here's what I think is meaningful. The capybara is not going anywhere. Why don't you take a grape? That'll benefit us. I'm really trying to use the grape more often. And a 5/12, sure, right there. I don't know. So basically, here's where I'm trying to structure my mental model. We can make any level 1 unit into a level 2. How much does that matter to us? Well, not enough to take the dub this time. Deer at the back, huh? I must have slept in this weekend. The world has changed. There are some meaningful units to create in order to get level 2s. I don't think we need a hawk here. That's the first thing I'll say. And the strawberry is no longer relevant. I'm going to sell the iguana. As insanity as it probably seems, I think we need to build something else. So I'll pay far too much for chocolate to buff a capybara, which nobody even knows what it does. And then I'll... create a level 3 capybara. And how about a fox that doesn't eat any food? That sounds cool. Now, how about, for now, how about a 7/5 toad But keep in mind, when we roll in the future, we're basically giving like 2+ pairs to our unit when we roll. To all units when we roll. That's kind of amazing. It's also potentially kind of irrelevant. Oh, really? Come on. By 1, they should just count that as a draw. But we're about to find out. Okay, let me take a sip here. The roll is where it's all going to come together, hopefully. And we're looking for high-tier units that we like the look of. Like, you're a tier 5, which means a lion doesn't work. That's a slap in the face. Because you would be an 18-13. That's strong enough to get rid of a hamster. I'm sorry to say it. And then you'd actually be even stronger, because if we could get you to just go before the lion will be a level 2, at which point it would be like a 24-18, which is kind of incredible. And we can still roll. I mean, I think that maybe, I don't know if we need a level 2 toad, honestly. I think 2 weaknesses should be enough to tip the scales. I just don't think it's enough, man. But maybe it's enough. Well, do we need a hawk in this case then? It's still decent, I think. I think you roll past. It just feels good to roll past it. Everybody can take HP. That's not a big deal. A Stegosaurus could also be sick. Like a level 2 Stegosaurus, but how do we guarantee it gets hurt but doesn't die? It's an interesting question. For now, I'm very happy with the results of this. This is a weird pivot. We haven't run a lion in a long time. But I actually did, like, manage it properly, which is pretty rare for me. I can't help but think that this worked out kind of beautifully, and we picked up a dub. The only thing is, in order to have this continue to work, we need to level the pug faster than the lion, which is scary. Now here, remember the first shop you see is not it's not what you're looking for. You're really looking for the second shop. Are we really going Triceratops? What round is it? Round 10? I think we can make it work. Sell the hawk. Run a Triceratops in front, okay? I want it to have a carrot. I don't really want it to have a cucumber. I thought about it, but... And you know what? Why don't we give you... You can't take a carrot and a green pepper, just so you know. Maybe we'll give the lion a green pepper so it doesn't just get blown out. I'd love to give the lion the carrot, but the problem with giving the lion the carrot is if we give the lion the carrot, he's going to outscale the dog. And if the lion outscales the dang dog, then the dog is going to buff after the lion. It already has its ability work, which doesn't give us any benefit whatsoever. That's unfortunate. So maybe the understatement of the century. Yeah, that'll blow us out pretty hard. What are we on here? 6? I'm kind of feeling like we're tapped at 6. I hope that's not the case. Why don't you take as much HP as we could possibly feed you? Take even more HP. And then go ahead and take one of these, which is basically HP. Let me state the obvious. I don't think level 3 Capybara, the way we played it, is the way that you should play it if that's going to be, like, your main squeeze. Moving onwards. I think you really need to invest a little bit more. And a little bit more sensibly than I did. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. By 1. It's a cruel world out there. Sharks with cowboy hats with 1 too many HP. Either way, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Obviously, radio. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. I'm happy to be back, and I'll see you next time. See ya.